Hi, this is Mike from GroveStreams. Today is January 10th, and I want to go over our latest enhancements. This week's update includes support for big strings, improved derivation expression and GS SQL editors, better GS SQL error messages, way better, several GS SQL fixes, many Studio scrollbar and splitter bar issues have been fixed, and last, new JSON and CSV string parsing functions. These are significant enhancements. I'll review them in more detail, and at the end, I'll explain why we're adopting these changes. The maximum number of characters within a stream has been increased from 255 characters to 2.2 million characters, or around 4 megabytes. The string size impacts how many strings can be uploaded or downloaded at one time. If it is set to the maximum of 2.2 million, then only one sample or one string can be uploaded or downloaded at one time. Keep this in mind when setting this value. The string size can be changed at any time within the component stream editor. The Studio and dashboards have been adjusted to support large strings. The Big Number dashboard widget is probably the best way to view a large string in a dashboard. Edit Big Number and Grid widget settings to configure them for large strings. Enable Value Text Preserve New Lines to preserve new lines. Some areas, like Quick View, will only display part of a large string. Double-click a stream to bring up its viewer and editor. Stream string editing takes place in the right panel. Select the stream sample time on the left to view or edit the string value. The string editor panel on the right utilizes a third-party editor that we've just introduced. The editor beautifies text, which means it colors certain words. It is configured to mainly beautify JSON, which we think, with the direction we're going, will be a significant amount of strings stored. The editor will sometimes randomly color strings for non-JSON strings. It will only do this in the stream editor window. If it is JSON being viewed, it can be formatted and minified using this button. Other features of the string editor are cut, copy, paste, undo and redo, which are Control-Z and Control-Shift-Z, shifting selections right, select rows and click the tab button, shifting right, use the shift and tab, or utilize the right-click menu. Files can be dropped on top of the editor. The contents will be placed into the editor. Right-click and choose Auto Formatting to format the text. Again, formatting and beautifying are really geared towards JSON in this particular window. Just use Control-Z to undo the formatting if it isn't what you're expecting. The same editor is being used for stream derivation expressions. The editor provides for parentheses matching and formatting. The new editor is also being used for editing grovestreams SQL. Our SQL editors recognize GS SQL, so beautifying and formatting work great. Auto-formatting will report some formatting errors. The editor has an autocomplete feature. Type the table name and a period, and a list of stream columns appear. Hit Control-Space anytime to see the list of GS SQL keywords. GS SQL error messages have been significantly improved. The statement "Select High" is now supported. Seems insignificant, but it's not. It was restricting some necessary functionality. Column name resolution logic has been improved. Subqueries no longer are required to have an alias. Many Studio scrollbar and splitter bar issues have been addressed. New JSON and CSV string functions have been added to stream derivation expressions and to GS SQL. The functions allow for parsing and extracting data from JSON and comma-separated strings or CSV strings. Details about these functions can be found within our help documents online. I want to briefly go over two SQL table functions, JSON table and CSV table. Several SQL languages have similar functions. We designed these to be consistent with them while being just a little bit better. These functions parse JSON or CSV strings into rows and columns. The with statement makes it easier to extract what goes into which column. Both can take a stream file URL. one that points to a file that contains a CSV or JSON string. Here's an example of parsing a simple JSON string. This is JSON from Monit, a sensor company that can push JSON via webhooks. We have a Monit gateway today, but wanted to test our new parsing functions on one of their more complex JSON structures. Notice how the with statement is used to extract just what we want from the JSON while utilizing JSON query strings. The result column expressions use the new parse CSV function to extract the data from a delimited string. Here's an example of a hotel's hourly energy profile. I dragged the file into a grovestreams file stream. I created a saved query to parse the file and cache the results. The CSV table function allows us to skip the header row via the first row option, use a GS file stream as the source. The with statement allows us to extract only the columns we want and convert them to the data type we want. Users can now upload CSV or JSON and extract only the information they require into streams, or they can create dashboards that use the JSON and CSV directly while bypassing scalar streams. Here's a dashboard demonstrating this. We could automate the imports and schedule our query to run daily to produce a nice daily energy report. Really cool, and I'm sure there will be use cases that need this ability, but that's not why we created these enhancements. Let me explain our thoughts. A lot of devices and other cloud systems have the ability to push data into other cloud systems. The data is usually formatted as JSON and sometimes CSV. Some systems refer to this as webhooks. Today, we custom build gateway logic into grovestreams to accept specific data from specific websites. We transform the incoming data into streams as it arrives. We usually do this when a customer asks for it. We're considering adding the concept of connectors. A customer would be able to set up a connector that uses a pre-built connector, or they could create a custom connector that would utilize GS SQL and the new functions to parse the data and place it into grovestreams streams. The new functions that we just added allow us to conceptualize what is possible. We're still playing with this idea and brainstorming what else connectors could do. Let us know if you have any thoughts around this. Enjoy the new features. Thanks for watching.